Now, you're watching Wave 3 News Listens Live.
And it is a celebration.
With your host, John Ramsey.
And welcome into the Monday edition of Wave 3 Listens Live. How are your energy levels here lately? Are you sleeping well? Are you experiencing brain fog? I may have the answer for you, and believe me, you're not the only one. With me now is Lisa Innenbach with 25 again. She is a registered nurse, and her family owns the business, as well as Jackie Vanetti, who is a member at 25 again, and we'll hear all about her story. First of all, your story. Your story is a good one, because, you know, I do think...
story is that?
Yeah, there's a couple of them here. But I think the one that's really interesting, Lisa, is that the fact that you were a nurse.
No, still I'm a nurse.
Well, I mean, yeah, there you go. There you go. Thank you very much. But so you were dealing with children, and so therefore you had this medical background.
Right.
But you thought, you know what? Let's be proactive instead of, you know, waiting until something happens. Let's get ahead of it.
Right.
And I think that's the new movement in medicine. So that, hence I guess the beginning and the genesis of 25 again, right?
Absolutely, preventative medicine. Unfortunately, my mom passed away right after my daughter was born, my second child, and she died of ovarian cancer. And I thought to myself, gosh, we have a lot of disease in our family. We have, my husband's side has diabetes, there's high blood pressure, cholesterol. My grandfather died of lung cancer, all these just, you know, age-related diseases. And I wanted to make sure for my family that we did get ahead of that. And what is it out there that's preventative? So I quit the NICU after my daughter was born. I started doing some research, and what I found is hormones done the right way. I know a lot of people are really scared of hormones, and it can be scary, but you need to get educated. You need to come to someone like 25 again that knows that really, I mean, that's our specialty. That's what we do. We don't just dabble in it. We don't, you know, oh, we'll do a little here on the side, a little there. We do hormones, and all these hormones come together to make you feel better. People come to us because they have symptoms. Their energy levels are low. Their muscle tone isn't good. They're trying to work out and diet, but things just aren't working like they used to. They've been told that their thyroid is fine. We look at thyroid a little bit differently. Again, we are experts in every hormone. We do 3 pages of labs before we start anything. We want to make sure you're a good, healthy candidate. But again, people come to us for these symptoms, and what they really don't understand is, and would love to educate you, is it's preventative too. Certain types of cancers, heart disease, Alzheimer's, stress. I was on antidepressants for a very long time after my mother died. There is a time and a place for those medications, of course, but you know, I said my whole life I've really just had anxiety. Progesterone was just saved my life. It helps me sleep through the night. It helps my anxiety. My husband will run, not walk to the pharmacy if I run out of that. So it's really important, again, for you to get educated and for you to have specialty people that can tell you all about what's going on in your body, why it's not working the way that it used to. We give you back all the hormones that you had when you were 25 at the level that you had. When we look at your labs, they might look normal for your age, but then we say, wait a minute, you know, like my progesterone level is really, really low, but when I was younger, it used to be this. This is probably why you were sleeping better, things like that. So again, education is the key, and that's what we're here for.
Yep, and Jackie Vanetti, as I mentioned, is a member, and your story is unique, but yet maybe not so much, because a lot of times husband and wives get together, and they decide, hey, let's do something together. You and your husband, Tony, very dynamic couple.
Yes.
You're all over the place. I love Tony, great guy.
She needs double to keep up with Tony. I mean.
Yeah. No, he has fantastic energy, and he always has. But even Tony, you know, even Superman out there, Tony Vanetti, you know, there was probably a point when he said, you know what, I'm not what I was in my 20s, and he needed a little help. And you noticed the difference after he joined 25 again, right?
Yeah, he's been with Lisa and Ted since the beginning, and he, I mean, was really just, he's done a great job. You know, he had lower energy, and we've got 2 kids, and we were coaching and working full-time jobs, so it's easy to not, you know, to start to run a little low on energy and other things. And so when he started with Ted and Lisa, it was really he just transformed. And I had a hard time keeping up with him. I mean, he looked great. He was at the gym all the time. In other areas, I was just like, I've got to get on board and try to keep up with him and his energy level. So then I came into the program. It was probably about a year later after he started.
And that's not unique, right? You're saying there's a lot of times when a couple, one of them will have the benefit, whether it's the wife or the husband first, doesn't matter.
Right. They see the changes. They see, and you know, the funny thing about Tony, I love to tell this story, is he came in. He didn't think that his energy, he came in with his arms out saying, I'm going to donate testosterone. I mean, he really did. And I said, Tony, you are going to be low. You realize that. Like, if you're over 40, you definitely need us. If you're 35, you might need us. But he really did think, he didn't understand that the levels were just slowly going down, so he didn't notice as much. So when he got his level back, he was like, you're right. I'm like, I know I'm right. This is what we do. You know, but then when he got there, he was like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize.
He felt great.
Yeah, I didn't realize
You
how
just get used to a different norm.
Right,
you know?
right. It became
Well,
his
it's
new
gradual.
norm.
It's a gradual fall from high energy into, you know, where you get in your 40s and your 50s.
So you think you're fine.
You think so because you're
Some
keeping up with
do.
everybody else.
A lot of- like I said, most people come to us for symptoms. In Tony's case, he really didn't have symptoms. So I always encourage people to come even if you don't have symptoms. I guarantee you can live a better life with the hormones that we give back. I mean, because you are going to be low. There's nothing you can do. You can eat right, you can exercise right, you can do everything. Your levels are going to be low. And I feel like for myself, Jackie and I were just talking in the bathroom, you know, I'm 46 years old. I've been doing these since I was 39. I don't think I would be able to stay in shape like I have without the hormones that I have. I really do feel like it has made a big difference. If I stopped, I'm not going to, I think I would have trouble. I mean, and I don't want to take that chance.
So Jackie, back to your story, much like Tony, you probably thought you were fine. But then you go in and then you felt the difference. Well, you tell me, I'm not putting words in your mouth. Tell me how you felt prior to becoming a member and how you feel today.
So I've always been really active with my kids, and so I work a full-time job and I do sales, so it's a little high stress, and then I come home and do activities with the kids, and then I just wanted to go to sleep, or I was really tired and had a short, I guess, not, maybe I just didn't have as much energy, and I had a short week with the kids a little bit, and I just, you know, I was worn out at the end of the day. So when I started in on this program, the sleep in and of itself, I didn't realize
that's a big one.
The huge deal about sleep, where I would wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning and I would lay there for an hour with my mind was like a hamster in a wheel, and I couldn't get back to sleep. And that was the biggest difference. And once I could get 6, 7, 8 hours at a stretch, I mean, I felt like a completely new person in the morning. I mean, I was ready to get up out of bed and go.
I cannot stress enough, and you can help me with this, Lisa, though, how critical sleep is. Because that positive snowball effect, you know, your energy levels are going to naturally go down because you're not getting that, you know, that rapid eye movement sleep, that deep sleep that you need. And 25, again, that's a big symptom. If you have that symptom, you're lacking really good quality sleep. You can help.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, people say all the time if they come in and sometimes their numbers look good, and I'm like, oh, they should be feeling great. And sometimes they're like, I'm still not feeling great. First question, are you sleeping? Almost every time, no, I'm not. And unfortunately, I've got a little sick puppy at home, so over the last month or so, I've been up during the night. I was telling Jackie, I was like, oh my gosh, sleep is so important. I mean, it wears you out if you're not sleeping, and we can resolve that. There are lots of things that we can do. There's lots of, it's either hormonal, supplemental, I mean, everything. And the good news about us now is we're doing a membership drive, an enrollment, and everybody, you can get everything that you need. You can get your hormones done. You can get your sick care. You don't have to go to the doctor, pay the copay, wait a week, you know, and pay all that. Come straight to us. We can do, again, all the sick care, all the well care, all the hormone therapy. We have the acoustic wave device, which is like for joint pain. For men, it's for erectile dysfunction. We do have erectile dysfunction medications for men if that's something that they need to supplement with. And there's no extra charge. So again, we're doing this membership campaign to make sure that everybody can get on board. If you've been a previous member, you actually get free month, I believe. And if you're not a previous member, then you can start and you just pay the 3 months, and then you pay monthly. So it's nothing big up front, and you get everything included. So we're really excited about this deal. It is a limited deal, so I encourage you again to get in, get your lab works done. The consultation is now free. We usually offer half off. Till today it's free if you call and say that you've seen Wave. So again, I just really encourage you to get in there. After you have so many, we have so many members at each location, we'll have to kind of shut the membership down unless someone falls off, and then there would be another opening. So
this is exciting. This is exciting. You know, I think what you have done, and I think you've done it very well. You're an innovator, and now it's like if we can tweak this and help people even more and make it more accessible, then why not? And you've done a really good job, both you and your husband Ted. All right, coming up, more from Jackie Vanetti. And if you have a question for Jackie about her personal story, 571-5263. And don't forget about the big enrollment campaign. You should be a part of it. Give them a call today at 25. Again, we'll take a quick break. If you have any medical questions, Lisa will be happy to field those. And again, personal story questions. Jackie Vanetti is here. Her husband is now training for the Olympics. And we'll talk about that. I'll meet you on the other side. Wave 3 listens live.